So it's been a while since I've streamed anything on the PS3. The reason for that is because my the card that I'm using, the capture card was fucking up a lot, so I had to buy a new one. And by the way, I apologize for my fat looking look. That's because I just got out of the shower about an hour ago. So, anyways, yesterday I I was playing Final Fantasy VII and I totally forgot. I have the Final Fantasy uh, remake. Well, I don't know what you would call it. I guess remaster. I guess I have the Final Fantasy 1 and 2 remaster for PlayStation, which came out, as you can see, in 2003. So that's what we're gonna play instead, because that actually has um, update updated the graphics a little bit. I mean, it's hard to. I mean, if you saw my original Final Fantasy stream, you know what kind of graphics you're gonna deal with. But at least it's gonna be more for a console. I'll be playing with a PlayStation controller, as opposed to my big and bulky um, uh, PC controller. So, but anyways, I hope you guys enjoy that. So let's get started. We are going to play through every single Final Fantasy game. It'll probably take me forever. Hopefully I'll be able to get to... I'm not going to play all of them because some of them are online and I just don't have the money to pay for the online copy. But if you want to see Final Fantasy, there's actually two. I believe it's Final Fantasy 12 and no, not 12, is it? No, Final Fantasy 11 and Final Fantasy 14 were both online versions. So, but anyways, enough talking. Let's get into the first one, the one that started this series. And this is not on an emulator. This is on my PS3, which is awesome. And now there's actually going to be cutscenes as opposed to not. That's kind of another reason I want to play this. Now, yes, the cutscenes are kind of shit. But let that slide because this game came out 12 years ago. So. Alright, so that cutscene was interesting. Don't know if it meant anything or if they just wanted a cool cutscene. Oh, wait a minute. I think this... I wonder... Okay. like they added story to it. Oh, yeah, okay. For some reason, I thought this wasn't Final Fantasy 1, but it is. Because that right there is from the original. Stuff. But they updated it, so... If you want to see all the original stuff, you can look it up online. Original game difficulty level. Yeah, they definitely adjusted this. They made it much easier to change shit. That was okay. So we had no idea what a red mage was. But, okay, so just like before, we're going to. Okay, so I wonder if we will. So by the way, this is, so you guys know, this is the remastered version, and I should probably change that in the title. Let's go ahead and change that. Let's see here. So everything about this is going to look much better. And I was wondering which version I should play, but I'm going to go ahead and play the remastered versions of all the games I have. Just because it's on PlayStation, it's much easier to stream than on the computer. So. Alright. And by the way, this game did rip off, well, I shouldn't say it ripped off, but it's, you won't be able to tell from these graphics, but oh, okay. Hold on a second. So I am going to name this motherfucker. I'll name this guy Thomas like I wanted to before. Okay, and I'm gonna change him. Bites best on arm. See, this kind of stuff, that stuff they could have put in the first one, but I guess they didn't because of limitations. So, oh, and another thing, this is really annoying. I guess I didn't realize that my, hold on a second, that my, screen here is taking up most of it. You probably don't want to see my face very much anyway, so we'll go ahead and make that smaller for now. There we go. So now all pure pixelated, but oh well, nobody really watches these anyways. Okay, so we still want a monk. We're still gonna name him Jeff, like I did before. Well, we don't really need a white. I don't like the way red mages look. That's the only thing, and I think that's why people tend to choose. So we're gonna choose a red mage, and we'll name him. I get an idea. We'll name him Freddy, because it kind of looks like Freddy Krueger. Kind of. Not really. He's as close to Freddy as you're ever gonna get in these games. So, if you can name me another character in the Final Fantasy series that looks more like Freddy Krueger, then let me know. This guy is Freddy. Freddy's gonna get you, motherfuckers. Okay. And this last character, I don't know. Maybe we will make him a thief. Yeah, fuck it. Let's make him a thief, because then we can steal shit from people. Let's see. What should I call this guy? So we got comics, which is me, Jeff. I don't know why I choose Jeff. Freddy, because Freddy's gonna cut your head off. And Thief. I want to see if... Okay, who's a famous thief? Thief for... Hey, what's up, Ninja? How's it going, man? So yesterday the reason why I stopped playing Final Fantasy is because I forgot that I have the remastered version, so I might as well play those. I've never played the remastered versions, and to be honest, it really doesn't matter which version you play unless you like nostalgia. I imagine for a stream, most people are not going to be aware of those. If you want, you can seek out the original Final Fantasy ROMs. But unless you don't care about nostalgia, if you care more about gameplay, you're probably going to get the remastered versions anyway. So, although the unaltered original versions do have their charm as well. But I've never played these, even though I've owned them for a long time, so I might as well use them for once. So. And there is no ninja class in the first Final Fantasy, so... Oh, you meant name him. Okay, well, yeah, we can name him Ninja. Is that a glitch or something? Oh. Or not a glitch, but like yeah, we'll name him Ninja. That's actually a good name. Actually, I figured it out. It takes me a while, but I got it. I'll name him after you, so me and Ninja are gonna fuck people up. So. Alright. Alright, and we're done. I didn't realize the red... See, for the longest time, I had no fucking idea what the red mage does. But because the red mage can use both white and black magic, I might as well just have only one. You know. And that's why I named him Freddy. He's the one character that looks most like Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street. If you can find a Final Fantasy character that looks more like this guy, I will denounce his name. So. A ninja thief is Whoa, this looks way different. Holy fuck. They really went all out to make this look way better. So these graphics actually look closer to like Final Fantasy 4 or Final Fantasy 5. So they updated everything. Now I never beat this game because unfortunately I wasn't in. I was into so many more things by the time I got to this game. So this is the original. So I mean, even though they updated the graphics, these old school Final Fantasy games are extremely fucking hard. Oh my god! Thank you. They got okay. So. The remastered version is worth it alone just so you don't hear that little squid whenever you talk to people like that was so fucking annoying. like they actually say more in this one. What is this bed? So yeah, it looks like they, you know, this is a true remaster. They added stuff to the game as well as making it look better, which is what all remastered versions should do. Wait! Oh! You misspelled the name in the remaster. What the fuck? Her name was Jane before. Jane. Now it's Jayne. What the fuck? I guess only a dork like me would notice that, but yeah. I guess they didn't remaster everything. That's something minor. You never talk to her anyways. What could have driven you to building a castle like this where you have a dead end and there's no like supplies or shame on you, motherfuckers. Yep. She says the same exact thing in the original. Maybe you have to go around. Can you run? Oh yeah, you can run! I don't know if you can run the original. I actually can't remember. Ninja, you might know this. Do you know if you can run in the original version? I honestly can't remember. Oh, and it doesn't do that stupid shit when you just click nowhere and it says nothing here. Oh god, that was fucking annoying. At least they realized that was fucking annoying chapter. Now, in all fairness, they probably did, when they remastered it, they probably did make this game a little easier. This game is, even though it's the first one, these really old school JRPGs are really fucking hard. Because you gotta, they're not hard in terms of gameplay, they're hard in terms of where the fuck do I go. That's why they're hard. Yeah, I don't remember much of the original. Even though I played it yesterday. Okay, so in the original you said northeast, now you're just saying north. Bad Get the fuck out of my way! Okay, so the crystal thing wasn't in the original, but we'll run with it, I guess. Yeah, back in the day, they just used like they just used RPG Maker. Actually, I say that as a joke because I don't think RPG Maker existed back then. So. And yeah, there was no crystal shit back then in the original. So I think they made the game easier by giving you crystals right away. Because I think in the original you have to find the crystals. all this dialogue back and forth was added. Because all you do is go talk to the king and he says, rescue my princess, and that's all he says. He doesn't say any of this bullshit. They keep saying north, but in the original game, I specifically remember they say north and east. Okay, game audio is too loud. Alright, yeah. Jesus Christ. Let me try turning my audio up. What about now? Can you hear me good now? Can you hear me any better now, or is it still too loud? Maybe I can... Yeah, this is all added. This is not in See, you have so this is something that's like a godsend, because in the original version they will not tell you this. You have to figure this out. Says Fukin foretold. Wait a minute, it wasn't Lucan. It wasn't Lucan in the original, or some other guy. It's the same. Hold on. Let's see here. There's no pause. Oh, okay. There's a lot more shit here. Let's get the sound output. I guess because you can't adjust the sound, turn it to monorail, because sometimes that makes it less loud. Okay. So that's all we can do. We'll try that. See if that helps. It is pretty loud. Like, I have... Okay, let me turn this. Let me try something. Yeah, the music is really fucking loud. I guess I'm not sure how I can adjust it anymore. Oh, god damn it. Not without turning off the stream. Okay, here we go. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Is that any better? I think that actually worked. I had to go into the actual OBS settings and change it. So let me know if that worked. Because even though I changed the volume on OBS, you have to go into the settings to change it as well. So yeah, I turned it down a lot. Sorry about that. So yeah, now you can hear everything. And you can still hear the volume. Not that it really matters for this game, but because the music, well, they did change the music. They changed pretty much everything in this remaster. No, that dialogue was added. That dialogue was not there in the original, you bastard. Oh, they say you're dirty in the original is better. God, I should just play the original almost. She says she's a dancer in the original. I keep saying the original. Like I've never beaten the original. I've only played about a third of it, and then I got bored and played something else. So provoke. Well, at least they left the name right. I like the way it looked before. I do like that they kept the music, though. That's pretty cool. Oh, who the fuck are you? Oh, you're that guy. Yep, she says exactly the same thing. What's in here? Oh yeah, the church. If somebody dies, you come here. Can I play the organ? Nope. You can't even move. You bastards. Well, I guess you couldn't. You couldn't even move in the original though. In the original, you just pop in and pop out. So. Who is this Lucan? Lucan is not in the original. I don't know. I can't remember who the original prophecy guy is, but it's not Lucan. I don't know why they decided to change that name. But whatever. Okay. Well, let's go get the cure stuff. Oh, is there anything else here? No. Okay, now this is pretty fucking awesome that they actually tell you what these spells do. Now, back in 1987, there's probably no way they could do more than what they had, and this was the last game, which is why it's called Final Fantasy. I mean, this was supposed to be Squaresoft's last game. However, this was the game that basically spun them around in a 180, brought them from going down into bankruptcy back up as one of the biggest companies, and now they're kind of like a bloated version of what they used to be. So, but that's for another time. All right. That's really cool because most of the time I have no idea what the fuck